Hello, I'm Ryan Helman, and I'd like to welcome you to the sixth episode of Average Kid 97531, where we drew a picture of someone special. Now, before we get started, I'd like to address the the special activity that has been done over the past couple videos on this YouTube channel. So, as you may recall, a lot of you have seen my sand artistic creations on the beach, right? So mostly, a lot of people, well, some people would have asked me, where did you get the idea and at why? So, so I will tell you. So it was somewhere about April 19th, which is about 2 weeks ago. And this is before I did the Keith Haring one, or his picture in the sand, like the very first one that I did. So, so mostly for me, so here's how it went down, okay? So mostly I wanted people, well, more people to appreciate art, you know, and at the same time to know about my artistic abilities on this YouTube channel. So I thought to myself, okay, a lot of people like the beach, right? Well, a lot of people do. And I'm really into art, and it shows on this channel. But what if people saw something at the beach which was created by me, which is not against the law, that totally gained publicity? And that was when the idea of those yin and yang and those swirls and that Keith Haring came to life in the sand. So it was almost like the sand became my new and larger and endless canvas. And that's what created all of these fascinating creations that you saw in the past few videos. All right? Okay, and now we're going to get to our sixth setting on how to draw, all right? So let me just put the camera down. Okay, and today we're going to do Keith Haring, okay? So originally I was going to do his portrait, but his face. But since I've been spending too much thinking time over new ideas, like the sand, I did his face. Like that. That's what Keith Haring looks like. Or at least in pencil. So on the back side, just like this Steven Hillenberg one, we're gonna actually do one of his drawings that he did, with a piece of chalk on a blank advertising poster back in the 1980s. In the subway. All right. So, if you guys are ready, let's get started. So, a number 2 pencil, and for this one, all of his creations started with a square on the outside. So we'll do that. So it's gonna be a vertical. Yes, usually it's a vertical square or rectangle because that's what most advertising posters look like. So we're going to start with a vertical rectangle like this, all right? And while we're doing this, some people think that what Keith Haring was doing was illegal graffiti. But he didn't really think that he was defacing anything. He believed that it was art. And many subway riders back in the day seemed to agree. But the law is the law, and you can't argue with the law. And, he had to be careful because he could have, and sometimes he was arrested. But he famously said that it was worth it because he wanted more people to know about his art, just like I did with the sand heart that you might have recalled on. Okay, so Keith Haring had a lot of, creations, such as the human figures, the hearts, the love connections, the with the dolphins in the ocean and the spacecrafts. So okay, so mostly for me. I thought that we do the one where where he drew stacked up people, like stacking on top of each other like playing chickens. Okay? So let me just move myself over to the camera so you can actually see. So for this one, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and the fourth one is going to be like barely hanging on the top. So we'll start with the bottom, then work our way up. All right? Okay. And he did this in black and white before he went to the pop shop, and after he did it in red, orange, purple, blue, and green. All right, so we'll start with the bottom, then work our way up. All right, so right here is the first person's chest, and right up here is his arm. And we're going very slow because you want to make it, we're doing this very slow because you want to make it look exactly like Keith Haring's. But except for him, he studied a lot about cartoon-like art, and when he did the chalk drawings, it took him about a minute or 2 or 3, depending on what it was. All right. So yeah, so this one's gonna take a while, but it's well worth it if we get it done. Okay. So right there is part of his head, and you want to leave just a little bit for the next person's leg. All right. So we'll just make the first person's head just a little light, because if you press too hard on it, it's going to be hard to erase it and then put the next person's feet up. So you want to erase it just a little bit like that, and you want to put the next person's leg like that, and then the knee, and then the leg goes all the way down to the bottom, and there's the rest of the next person's leg right there. And there's the back of their legs, and we'll finish this one. So right over here is the fourth person's other arm and elbow. And in Keith Haring Strong, he had like little lines which indicate like sounds. So we'll put those. So we'll put it right here on the head, and right over here on this one, like that. Actually, we should probably curve it so it's not like a corner. There's an up-close shot. All right. Now we'll finish the second person. So once again, we're doing the arm first, like this, and then the arm, and then the head is next. So these are pretty easier than the faces that we have done, because these are like animated. Well, mostly all of the animation, like cartoon characters, those are actually hand drawn, such as SpongeBob or the Fairly Odd Parents and all of that. All right, and nowadays it's all animated stuff like Disney and Pixar. Okay, and now for this one, we'll make the head go down a little bit, and these figures barely have any neck showing. Like here, it doesn't really show a neck. Okay, and just like before, you want to leave part of the head for the leg like this, and there's the feet, and we'll fill in the rest of the second person right about now. There's the back, and you want to finish the arm like this, and just like before, they're going to be pumped up like this, like that, like Egyptians, like Cleopatra. Actually, we'll erase this and bring it back down a little bit more. There, that's better. You know, it's amazing how small it is, and that it's going to be bigger on the way up. All right, now here's the third. All right, and same thing. Here's the arm, And then you just want to leave a little bit of space of the head for the fourth and final person. And I think we should fill in some of the lines. So we'll put one right here, this one right here, and we'll probably put some on this one, like that. Yeah, because mostly these lines show, a sound or active, or an active motion. All right, and we'll put one of the last person's feet back here, and then the other one right here. There, and now this is the last person, okay? All right, and now to finish the third. So let's just bend this one like this. Like this, all right? And we'll probably put some lines on it too, all right? And okay? And now we can finish the fourth one, okay? So, and for this one, we're gonna make his head go like this, like he's bumping into the screen, of the picture, all right? So we'll do his arm first like this, just a little lump for his hand like this, and now his head like this. And this one's and his head is crazy because there's no one gonna be stacked on top of this last one. Right now I'm just erasing it there. And mostly you want to make these as round as possible, like O's. All right. Okay, and here's the last one. Same as always, the lump for his hand. And finally, right there. And we'll just leave a little bit of room like this for his leg or his knee. Okay? And now some lines like this. And you know what? We still have a minute left, so we'll probably put some lines like this. Alright, so now these lines are kind of like he's trying to scream something to this. And mostly for me, mostly for us, it's kind of hard to know what these lines mean unless you ask to the very own, the only Keith Haring. But he died at the age of 31. So this is kind of like a tribute, just like the Steven Hillenburg one. Okay, and we'll probably put one more line like this. And yeah, I think that's about it. So here's an up-close shot of it. And that wraps up for this week. So until next time, for Keith Haring and his wonderful art, I'll see you guys later, and stay safe.